Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning. Again, the beautiful reminder that we get to choose. Remember, we always have a choice. You always have a choice, the same way that I always have a choice. And what is the choice that we have? Well, it's very simple. To choose our thoughts. See, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what somebody says, no matter what you may have said or have done, in terms of all of that, it's fundamentally meaningless. And we have been given the gift to give meaning to all of that. We've been given the gift to choose how we're going to think. It's how you're thinking that matters most. And we get to decide at every single moment how we're going to think, whether or not we're going to continue with the negative thoughts, the limitation, the lack, which is something that's embedded within us subconsciously, or to override it, to look for the good, to look for the great, to look for the exceptional, or to consent to, oh, things are not that well. See, the choice is always yours, the same way that it's always mine. And the sooner you tap into that hidden power, the sooner you'll be able to live your life the way that you would love it to be. So, with that, I want to say use it, apply it. See, that's what we do here in these daily study calls. Master your mind. We're engaging with the right way of thinking, which will help you to live your life beautifully, to be in control. But again, remember that takes effort. All of this information that we share with you, yes, it's there's knowledge, it's information. But with that being said, the only way that it'll have power in your life is if you make the effort, if you take it and you use it and apply it. And that is our desire for you here from us at Elevitality. This is what we've dove into ourselves and what we're wanting you to experience for yourself. So with that being said, we hope that you grab onto it. Make sure you have your notebook ready to take notes. Make sure you also have a copy of this because this is what we've been studying, the Master Key System by Charles Haanel. And if you don't have a copy of it, just reach out and we'll share with you how to get a copy of this. And also make sure too that you have a goal card. Do not underestimate the value of having one of these. Now, with that being said, I want to emphasize, as I've emphasized before, it's not about the goal card. It's not about the affirmations. It's not even about the vision board because you do not manifest those things. You manifest the emotion that's tied to those things. Did you catch that? You manifest what you're connected with. See, it's about the tone, the emotion that's there because of your connection to the ideal. And again, I hope that that's something you grab onto and use. Remember, you've got to use it, you've got to apply it. All right. So, with that being said, if you could go ahead and type in the comments, I'm ready. Yes, you are ready if you're typing that comments. And let's go ahead and dive into where we are in this magnificent journey. All right, so I'll go ahead and switch the screen here and we'll go into it. Now here we're on page 247. And yes, we've gone through this before. And I want to emphasize as a precursor to this information. Okay, remember, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power. The only way it becomes power in your life is when you use it. With that being said, this information that's being shared with you are truths. They're rooted in principle, in law. And with this being said, there's something that he states here, which is really important to get. Yet there are many who are not ready to enter into the discipline necessary to think correctly, even though it is evident that wrong thinking has brought failure. Now, maybe you've seen people like that. Maybe that was you for a while. Mind was closed. Yes, you clearly saw the evidence that thought externalizes itself, but you weren't ready for it. Well, maybe you're ready now. Matter of fact, if you're here now listening to this, it definitely shows that you are ready. With that being said, the thing that I want you to get here is that the main reason why that happens, actually, let me rephrase that. The only reason why that happens is because of the state from which the individual is in. Now, what's beautiful again is that you're here and you're diving into this yourself and you're using it, which is really, really great. But now let's go further. Thought is the only reality. Conditions are but the outward manifestations. As the thought changes, all outward material conditions must change in order to be in harmony with their creator, which is thought. Put a big box around this. This is huge and very important. Thought is the only reality. Remember, the world that we live in is not a material world. A lot of us think that because we've been conditioned to think that. We look at the physical and think of that as, oh, that's the reality, when really it's not. That's the effect. Remember, your outer world, whatever's there, which includes how much you earn, what you do for work, your lifestyle, even the physical things that are there in the room you're in right now, are all expressions of thought. Now just look in the room you're in right now at the things that are there. Here, I'm looking at my camera, I'm looking at the curtains, I'm looking at the bookshelf, the books in the bookshelf, looking at this book that we're studying. Okay, my phone, the phone cover, beautiful ring that serves as a stand for it, the camera on the phone, all of it. All of those things in the material, what are they? What do they all have in common at their most core foundation? Well, the answer is every one of those things that I just pointed out were in someone's mind in the form of an image before they became the material thing. See, the thought was first. They were imagined, which leads to the real world that we live in, which is a thought evolved world. Remember, the world that you see, the physical, is the world of effects, which has a cause. Type in the comments cause and effect. Cause and effect, sowing, reaping. Reaping is what's there after something has been sown. If you want to deliver a different outcome in your life, say like you're wanting to earn a lot more money. How many of you are wanting to earn a lot more money? Type in the comments dollar signs. Well, if that's the case, and if you haven't been doing that, the thing that you've got to connect with is that the reason why it's not happening is not because of you, it's not because you're stupid, you're dumb, it's not because you don't want more. It's because within your consciousness is a thought process that's in harmony with that. Which leads me to a beautiful example that I love to share with everyone. And it ties into, for instance, will you be able to be happy most of the time if you're constantly thinking sad thoughts? What's the answer? No. There's no way you're going to be able to be happy most of the time if you're constantly thinking sad thoughts. See, being happy is the result of being emotionally involved with happy thoughts. Being sad, it's the same way. Well, it's the same way when it comes to how much you earn, what you do for work, your lifestyle. When you change what's in you, how you're thinking, not what you're thinking. Remember, it's not you become what you think about most of the time. It's you become how you're thinking most of the time. Well, when you change that, then your results change. Now, again, really grab onto that because you can change it to be whatever you want it to be. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to put in the effort. Now, the effort that I'm speaking of, which we talked about, is the effort of adjusting how you're thinking. So again, thought is the only reality.